Hello everyone, this is Team Bolt and this team consists of Animesh Maheshwari, who is the team leader, Sahil Agarwal and myself, Abhinav Chaudhary. And our theme for this hackathon was social media listening. So as far from our understanding and our goal of the project was to understand what various users are trying to say about EY on various social media handles and do a deep sentiment analysis on them, and as well as to find the engagement of various EY Twitter handles in order to find out its reach amongst various users and provide recommendations how to improve the reach for EY. For this purpose, we've primarily focused on Twitter because it's where the information travels the fastest. While it was mentioned in the introductory talk that you should perform analysis on LinkedIn as well, but we went through LinkedIn code of conduct and it was strictly written that you cannot scrap LinkedIn, and it's unethical to scrap LinkedIn. So we didn't scrap LinkedIn, and we discussed the same with our mentor as well. Now Twitter provides an official API to scrap the data, but it comes with a lot of restrictions. Like you can only scrap data for past 7 days, and you can scrap maximum of 100 tweets per hour. So we decided to not go with that, and we wrote our own automated selenium skill, which take a search query and will fetch you results in the Excel file. Some of the search queries which we wrote was the mention of EY accounts in COVID-12 in a tweet, how various EY geographical accounts are performing. Uh, we scrap some famous business news channels in order to understand how many times they're mentioning EY in their tweets. Various tweets related to EY services are scrapped, and the same thing is done for all other big three as well. So I'll quickly take you through the PPT, then we'll see some code, and then we can move to the website which we deployed, which has all the results. Okay. So as we all know, data is the new fuel to industry, and it can help you to analyze. If data is analyzed properly, it can help you boost business exponentially. And all of us human beings, we would like to express our thoughts on social media, and what's better to capture that expression and analyze it properly to satisfy your customers. So some field of analysis which we chose was to surveys which are offered by EY, how EY is performing during this COVID period, how different geographical locations, how EY is doing at different geographical locations in comparison with the big four. Again, we scrapped famous business news channels in order to understand what they think about EY and how often EY and other big four are mentioning trendy technologies like AI and data science. Uh, some of the key insights which we found from our analysis was Twitter handles like EY UKI, EY News, EY US, and EY India. They're the most frequently used and mentioned in the tweets, while hashtags like strategy and automotive are the trendy hashtags that are used by EY. The EY Twitter handle, which got the maximum response, was EY News, while Twitter engagement for EY is maximum on Tuesdays and Fridays during early evening and morning, while London and Paris are the cities where EY social media handles are most engaging. Now, these are the insights for EY and other big four companies. So there are various services provided by this big four company, while EY completely steals the ball in terms of assurance and tax, while Deloitte is good with strategy and transitions, and KPMG is doing everything all four of the services. The engagement was increased exponentially in the month of April for EY, while it started decreasing after that. Whereas in the month of June, Deloitte is doing exceptionally well. But still, if we talk about the average of the year, EY is beating Deloitte in that. Talking about geographical locations, EY is doing exceptionally well in locations like India and USA, but its performance is drastically increasing in a country like Australia, while USA and India and Canada are the countries that KPMG is performing very well. These are some of the comparison graphs which we made. So on the right hand side, we have a graph which showing how often these big four companies use their trending technologies like AI and machine learning and data science in their tweets, which we can see PwC is completely stealing the ball here. On the left hand side, there's a graph comparing how many times these big four companies is mentioned in famous news channels like Economic Times and Mint and ET Now, whereas graph in the down shows the engagement of these big four company during this COVID period. Uh, Now, these are some observations which we managed to get from all the social media to its sentiment analysis. As I said, insurance and consultancy are some of the words where services EY need to focus, while EY failed to mention the name of trendy technologies like AI, data science, in order to cope up with customer demand and in order to increase their reach. Uh, there were 19 incidents in the past where KPMG was mentioned in major financial business channels, while 17, 14, and 12 are the numbers for EY and Deloitte. Computex and UI being the most tag company during the post of EY. Tax and assurance is completely EY's game in nowadays, and it's getting more engagement than other big four. Uh, while amongst all the big four, EY managed to beat KPMG and PwC in social media engagement. With if we talk about likes, retweets, and comments, while Deloitte is a bit ahead of EY. Uh, there are some facts which we managed to extract from the Twitter, like 7% of the total users which I mentioned, EY has more than 10K followers, which is a good thing. It helps to increase the reach. While it is more of a suggestion that EY should use more photos and videos rather than including just text and links, because engagements almost increase 10 times when a photo or video is there in the comment. Now, as we said earlier also, we have kept LinkedIn out of our scope as it's strictly written in the code of conduct that you cannot scrape LinkedIn's data. Now, these are some recommendations which we would like and which we came up with. The organization should focus on expanding the reach in Australia financial ecosystem. Sentiment for these companies is declining in India and Canada, while EY is doing great in USA, but still it's Deloitte is a bit ahead of them in order to reach the maximum engagement. Uh, talking about services recommendation, EY should really focus on the consulting segment. It's the weak link, while strategy and transition is doing average, and tax is the one where EY is stealing the ball. Various social media recommendation would include EY should Twitter handle of EY other than EY News and USA should be more engaging, and they should regularly be updated because EY News and EY US are the only social media handles which are getting maximum engagement, and they should use trendy hashtags like data, hashtag cybersecurity, and all. As I said earlier, use of videos and photos and attacks increase engagement almost 10 times. And it's highly recommended to put tweets in the early morning or in the early evening in order to get the maximum response. For future work, we've hosted a website already, but we've decided to keep it. We'll make a completely automated pipeline which can do a real-time data analysis with we'll create interactive plots and chloroplast maps for the various countries, and we can do a more detailed analysis on competitors for better comparison and insightful results. And while we can add a features where you can get a weekly report about the past week and its comparison with the previous analysis. Now we'll quickly see some piece of code. So this is a piece of code for completely automated Twitter extracting. We wrote it using Selenium. All of these scripts are already updating the source code as well as on GitHub. So all you need to do is you need to put your user name and Twitter password, and you need to put a query which you want to extract tweets about with a specific time period, and then you will get the results in the CSV file. These are some of the search queries which we wrote for the tweet extractions. And while this is one of the analysis code where you get the details about likes and comments and average retweets and about the sentiment analysis. All you need to do is you need to put your CSV file in that, and you'll get all the information about. You'll get all the information about it. Now there were other pieces of code as well, and all of them they are uploaded over GitHub and in the source code. Now this is the website which we deployed. The link of this website is already given in the demo section of the submission. This is a dashboard which shows all the insights which we managed to find out from our analysis. So these are the countries and cities where EY is getting most engagement, while these are the trend of engagement during different days and different period of a time. As I said in the PPT also that tweets with photos and images they get way more reach than normal tweets with text. These are the top organization mentioned in the EY tweets, which includes Computex, CFO, UI, etc. While these are the top people mentioned in the tweets of EY, which includes McKinsey, Uber, etc. These are the happy and sad cloud, where these are the most happy words which are used in all of the EY tweets, while these are the most sad words which are most sad or disrespecting or negative words which are used during the EY challenge. While these are the number of times EY is mentioned by the famous news channel in the past 3 years, and this is the COVID analysis of EY, along with comparison of other big four. As said, EY has a major rise during the month of April, while it's continuously decreasing now. These are the analysis on various services provided by EY, and you can check each one of them here. If you talk about assurance, these are the graph for sentiment analysis, along with these are the major hashtags and mentioned which are used by EY and other sites as well. You can choose any of them if you want. And these are the various geographical analysis which we perform, which include sentiment analysis of various countries like Africa, Canada, USA, and UK. Now, we created a separate section for EY with respect to comparison to other big four. From all our social media analysis, we came to results that Deloitte is being the most engaging big four company, followed by EY, then PwC. Now, these are the COVID trend of EY, all the big four company, while these are the number of times mentioned in the previous news channels, while these are the technology buzzwords which are used by countries. We actually thought of adding more to it, but then we were not able to connect with our mentor. So our mentor was only assigned on the 1st of December, which is 1 week after the hackathon start. But nevertheless, we managed to put a lot on the dashboard, and we're planning to expand it as well in future. So that's it from our side. Thank you so much, and you can explore these websites. Given link is already given in the demo section, and you can explore various scripts which are also submitted. Yeah, thank you so much.